Well, if you're like me, you look forward to these performances when they come around. It's the Unexpected Theater Company, and it's my pleasure to welcome in Jim Mecham. How are you doing this morning, Jim?
Good, thank you.
I appreciate your time. Ron, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Laramie. We love your show, David.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Say, since we're actors, would you mind if we tried out our roles just a little bit?
Let's go for it.
Hey, Jughead,
Yeah, what's up, Archie?
did you hear that Laramie's own Unexpected Company is going to do 2 old-time radio shows?
Really, aren't they the old timers who were in this month's AARP bulletin, Archie?
Yes, and on April 28th, they are doing the radio shows at the Alice Hardie Stevens Center at 7 p.m., and then again on Saturday and Sunday, the 29th and 30th, at 3 p.m.
Ain't that at the Laramie Plains Museum, Archie?
That's right, Jughead, and people can get tickets for $10 at the museum or the Epson Center or at First Interstate Bank.
Boy, that sounds like lots of fun, Archie.
You bet, Jughead. Everyone will have fun.
So there you go, guys. Thanks for filling us in on all the details. Those are pretty good voices, by the way. Do you have to carry that voice with you the whole entire performance, Ron?
Yeah, we do. That's the radio programs that we do. We actually read the script, which is good for us old people because we don't have to learn the words then. But we do have to talk in character, and we have to make these voices a little bit entertaining.
How much of a stretch is that for you with your voice, having to do that all the time, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we practice quite a bit, and we have some good directors. Wayne Carberg is directing one of our programs. He always does a good job directing us.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, if you're 60 plus years old and have to put on a voice that's in their teens, you know, that's a little bit harder to do.
Yeah, I understand that. Again, Ron, Olson, Jim Mecham in studio with me as we talk about the Unexpected Theater Company. A couple old-time radio performances. I love these. You guys have done these in the past before. Coming up next weekend, you mentioned the Alice Hardie Stevens Center. What does the ticket cost, if you guys don't, do you guys know off the top of your head?
$10 a ticket.
Okay, $10. And you mentioned all the locations that you can get them in several places in town here, Jim.
Yeah, that's at the Laramie Plains Museum, the Epson Center for seniors, or at First Interstate Bank.
All right, so if you want to get involved, coming up next week, 7 o'clock on Friday night and then 3 Saturday and Sunday, as you guys mentioned in the script there. Talk about how much do you guys enjoy being involved with something like this? Jim, let's kind of start with you.
Well, I first got involved with the Unexpected Company in 2007. And that was when they did the first Fables, Fwabbles, and Follies, foibles of Laramie City. And, you know, this was about old-time Laramie. Mm-hmm. And I was told about this particular production by a woman who also goes to our church. And so I thought, what the heck, try it out and see how it goes. And I've been involved with them ever since. So I've been in several different plays. I've worked on the sets, worked behind the scenes, and so had a variety of experiences.
Well, what about for you, Ron? What's your kind of past history with this?
You know, this Unexpected Company was started by, I think, 10 women. Jermaine St. John is our current president, mm-hmm. and she was one of those 10. Susan McGraw was involved, and I was doing volunteer work over at the Laramie Plains Museum in the Alice Hardie Center, and they were auditioning for parts, and they had all these women, but they didn't have any men. And Susan says, "You get up there and audition for this part." And I said, "I can't do that." And she said, "Yes, you can. You've got to do it."
Yeah.
So I went up there, and sure enough, I got to play the part of Edward Ivinson in this first program.
Oh, nice.
And that's been my... well, I've been in all the programs since then for about 10 years now.
Yeah, I think the last time you guys did, when I talked with Susan and Wayne, you mentioned Wayne doing the directing this time. What is it like to work with a guy that's been involved with these programs so long?
Go ahead.
Well, I think it's great because Wayne has seen both ends of it.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he's amenable to suggestions because he's been on the acting end. And he also has a good feel for what you have to do as far as an actor and how to maybe bring it out of us a little better.
What about your perspective, Ron?
Well, we're actually doing 2 radio shows, you know, and
Yeah.
you might have picked up this first one is an Archie program because
Yeah.
we have Archie and Jughead. But the other one is Fibber McGee and Molly, and we're being directed in that program by Cherry Hugg and
Okay.
Chris. What's her last name?
I can't remember. Don't look to me.
Shout out to Chris out there.
I'm gonna be really embarrassed by that because I can't.
You'll think about it at some point in time. So, what is it like for both of you? And we'll start with you, Ron. Just to kind of go back and forth between it, since you're doing 2 shows. How do you kind of differentiate? I know you said the script helps, but I mean, getting in character sometimes.
Well, you know, I read through the script and I try to develop a voice that I think would sound right for that one.
Okay.
On the other one, I play Fibber McGee, and that's a lot of fun too.
All right. What about for you, Jim? What is it like putting together this, as you mentioned, playing back in the day? Kind of parts for you.
Yeah, I think like Ron said, you have to sort of get yourself in a mindset for the particular character, but also fortunately on the internet there are transcripts of these old programs, and so you can go on the internet and you can listen to these, and that sort of gives you a feel for how the program moved along and how the characters' voices were back then. So
nice, a nice little benefit to that, I guess it sounds like. So
of course you're just a young guy, David, but us older guys, we actually heard these programs back in the day.
I didn't, but he did.
I have heard shows on radio before. And my parents are just old enough that I got brought up with a little bit of that from time to time. So I'm not maybe as young as I sometimes portray. So let's just put it that way. Again, coming up Friday, 7, Saturday and Sunday, 3 o'clock, all at the Alice Hardie Stevens Center. Is it a limited amount of tickets?
We sell about 80 tickets per performance, and then the money we receive actually is going back to the Laramie Plains Museum for benefit of the new project, which is an expansion of the Alice Hardie Stevens Center.
Yeah, obviously it's a great venue, but it's not, a large venue, so to speak.
Yeah, we would encourage people to get tickets early, especially if they're interested in the afternoon performances, because those tend to sell out really quickly.
Yeah, you guys have some popular performances. There's no doubt about that. I remember a couple years ago I wanted to go, and I was a little late on the draw for that. So if you want tickets, indeed, get them early. Again, the Laramie Plains Museum, Epson Center for Seniors, and First Interstate Bank, the 3 locations. $10 a show, 7 o'clock next Friday night, then 3 o'clock both Saturday and Sunday. So it's the 28th, 29th, and 30th coming up next weekend. Guys, anything else before I let you go?
Well, I just want to thank you for this opportunity, and
pleasure to have you guys in studio.
Oh, this is a lot of fun. You can invite us out here anytime you want.
Hey, stop on by again.
We'll talk about anything.
I'm sure you will. Ron, Jim, thanks so much for coming on the show today. Appreciate it.
thank you.